lovely chat. Welcome.
Ah,
Welcome, welcome. Before we start anything else, Joan has a plea to make. So, you know any rich
do it
people,
now.
forward this to them.
It's all the
I,
rich people hang out here.
I have a plea for anyone who has the money to do this. Joann's has been gone almost a year. Michael's is not cutting it. So if anyone wants to open a block of stores that carries acrylic yarn and fabric, we will come. We will be there. You will make money because we will come.
Baseball reference there. Build it and they will come.
Yeah.
So that's all I have.
Yeah. We were chatting about that. I just think that there's nobody. People see it went bankrupt, so they assume it was a customer issue, and they need to realize, hey, there's plenty of customers here willing to give you money. You just have to provide them basic.
They had remodeled and built new stores just in the last couple years.
Yeah. Well, even, people who were kind of loosey-goosey with Joann's before, it's like, just come back. We'll prove to you our love.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't go to it all the time because the one by me was kind of messed up and smelly. And they didn't have any staff. But I don't blame the staff. I blame that on Joann's.
Right.
When the wait time for fabric to be cut was like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
That's tough on people.
Yeah, nobody wants to wait that long.
I miss running in and grabbing things like we were saying, zippers or buttons or.
Yeah, you can't just
you can
pop down.
Yeah, you can find cool things online, but it's not the same when you got to wait to order it and pay shipping. And
it'll take you 2 days at least to get it.
Yeah. Well, one thing I noticed today, I went to Hobby Lobby and found that yarn I'd been looking for. And
because she's almost done.
Yeah, because I'm almost done.
Yeah,
I didn't buy that yarn today, so I think I'm going to buy something that's got more of a girl vibe to it and make a girl blanket. But I noticed Hobby Lobby did not have the fabric that they used to.
I noticed that Saturday.
Thank you. And I'm wondering if it's a situation of they're just not getting it in fast enough and all those ex-Joann's crafters are buying it.
I don't know
because it's prom and wedding season. You think if any time for them to have fabric, now would be the time.
But
yeah, I noticed, I was in there Saturday and I noticed that our yarn is down to like 1.5 aisles and the fabric has shrunk.
And, come on, people. This is your opportunity. Build it up. This is your chance.
Yep.
Because I love that Michael's is trying. And one of my Michaels is really trying.
I haven't seen in yet.
It's not enough. I'm sorry. It's just not enough. 2 aisles of fabric is not enough.
Yeah, last time I went in Michael's, I was looking for buttons, and all they had were the the big multi-packs where you'll get 15 different shapes all in one color. Or you get, 100 buttons, but only 2 of them match.
Yeah.
Like it was annoying. So.
Can I tell Mama? Knitting Red thank you and hello to your daughter, because she
in the chat?
I have a fan club. She sent me a video of her daughter watching my video.
Aww.
Like,
that's adorable.
Yes.
So Joan is working on a blanket, but not the blanket. So
not the camping blanket yet. I got one more round to do and a border, and it's done. And then if there's time left, I'll work on the camping blanket. But I don't think that there's going to be.
Well, I'm just amazed how fast you've crocheted that one.
Well, you know, it's this funny thing, Liz. Let me tell you my secret. If you only work on one project, you get it done. Who knew?
I know that's very odd for you.
Oh my God, it's killing me.
If Burger King can rebrand and survive, so can Joann's. You'd think.
Right? What about Domino's? Domino's did the same thing.
Okay. I learned something about fast food today. I learned that Popeyes was not named after Popeye, the cartoon character, but after Popeye Doyle from the French Connection. I did not know that.
Makes sense.
The owner of Popeyes, I don't know if he still does it, but he used to put on a light show at Christmas in New Orleans that was unreal. And I mean, it would cause traffic backups, and it was amazing, apparently.
That's cool. I always liked the French Connection, and Gene Hackman was a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, though, don't they have Popeye the Sailor Man on some of their stuff now?
Do they?
I don't know. Maybe I'm
I know they.
wrong.
I know they have One Piece. I know they have a One Piece collaboration with the anime and the manga One Piece, which is Pirates. Joan.
My Little Pirate Man. I don't know about him.
Amy says the guy's dead.
Al
The
Copeland?
Popeyes guy.
No, I don't think
I
he's
guess.
doing fireworks then.
Al Copeland's dead? Aw.
Oh no.
He was a good guy. I liked him.
Well, he's not doing fireworks anymore.
Darn it.
No.
He's doing Christmas lights. I mean, if I said fireworks, I meant Christmas lights.
I know.
Oh,
That was me. Joan, show your blankie that you're working on.
okay.
Hold it up so people can see. It's very pretty.
It is for
So cool.
those of you who don't watch my show, my
And why wouldn't you?
son, huh?
Really? I mean,
Then
why wouldn't you?
Oh,
When this is over, go on over there.
but my son, my youngest son, told his friend who's expecting a baby, I'm hoping the want for children rubs off on my kids. Because right now they have a dog and that's it. And that's all I've got. But anyway, she told him that she was expecting, and he said, oh, my mom will make you a blanket.
No, my hair is gray. It does not match the blanket. Sorry. It is gray. It'd be cool if it did, but no. I just have 2 DPNs holding my hair out of my face because it was annoying me earlier. Which is a good use for
Oh.
DPNs.
You're something in your lighting then.
I've got it's looking green. I don't know why.
It looks green, yes.
Yeah, it looks like you.
How's that? Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it must have switched to green. These are the LED lights my son put in when this was his room, and they don't do clear, they only do colored. So, but no, my hair is not minty green. No, I'm never dyeing my hair again. Once you grow all the way gray, you just let it go. Because then it's too hard to go back to gray.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I dyed it for 30 some years because I started to go gray in my 20s, like the rest of my mom's family. Could always tell us at a family function or a funeral because there's all the whole crowd of people who were, even 20-year-olds who had gray hair.
Well, minty green would have been an interesting choice.
yeah.
Yep. See, no green,
Yeah, no, it's not
just
green.
gray. Just gray.
Even
It's
though
just out of my face.
Weird lighting though. Wow.
even though I
Yeah.
had 2 teenage boys at home, my gray is right here. That's it.
Huh.
And I'll sprinkle throughout. I have sparkles.
Sparkles, yeah.
But see, people think I'm so much younger than my husband because he's white. His hair is white. It's like, no, it's just because my hair for some reason decided to stay dark.
My mother-in-law just started going gray,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a lot older than me, and she doesn't dye it. It just her dark hair stayed for a while.
Yeah. I used to put blonde highlights in mine, and then finally, when I had children, I stopped all that nonsense. So
dye it different colors, but then
yeah.
I just got tired.
Mm-hmm.
It's silver glitter, Liz, not gray. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I wish it would go white silver, but it's not at that point yet. So
Have you tried the shampoo, the blue shampoo?
I do. I use it about once a week. Embrace the gray. See, Cheryl? Sarah, you're right. Then you don't have to worry about dyeing it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And people are a lot less likely to be rude to you when you're an old gray-haired lady.
Not necessarily.
I don't know. It just seems like people are nicer to me at the grocery store and stuff.
What?
So.
Okay. Why do you have to do this?
Oh. Bye, Knitting Red. Have fun at work. So Joan has only worked on her one blanket this week.
Yeah.
When do they need to give it to the mom to be?
Oh, they have time. I just want it done. I don't want to have to think about, oh, I got to do that. I'd rather just get it done. Because I think
Planning ahead.
I think she's 4 months along. So, but you know how it is with your kids. And what I said on my show is that, when I heard him say that, my grandma cape unfurled behind me.
Say, tell you what, once you have a baby, then I'll provide blankets for all your friends.
Well,
right.
I told my children that once I get a live human grandchild, all bets are off. They may get presents in the future. They may not.
Makes sense. My son really wants kids once he finds somebody and settles down. My daughter, not so much. She doesn't want kids, but that's fine. She wants to be the spoiling aunt who gets to walk away.
Yeah.
Well, teach them all the things her brother doesn't want them to know, kind of thing.
We went over to Steve's house, and that's where Chips lives. And if you could see my older son with Chips, it's hilarious. They are just so in love with each other. And he's not her daddy, he's her uncle. So.
Well, I don't think my son's going to have kids for a while.
Yeah.
But my niece just had her second. So we have 3 great nieces, or 2 great nieces and 1 great nephew. So that's kind of fun. Though the one was really not enthralled with getting a little brother. She was a very spoiled 2-year-old, and she does not like that.
Well,
she's not the center of attention anymore.
That's how Chips was when she came over here and we had gotten Pirate. She looked at us like, what the heck? This was supposed to be her house with her people.
Yeah.
She did not want to share.
Reese, so, what are you on? Before I forget to ask you.
What's that?
So ask Treese what she's working on before I forget to ask her, because my brain has shut off today. So it's been a day.
Oh, congratulations, Sherry.
What am I working on?
That's awesome. What are you working on?
Oh, I'm working on my same socks.
Yay.
But I have gotten through I'm halfway through the row. I've got through the heel.
I love that color
So
combination.
now we just have to just do the leg and, that's it. I also, I cast on a blanket, but it's
Really? Do tell.
It's over there. It's for our make along that's coming up in June 1st.
Yep.
I cast it on just to make sure that I had the pattern down and the measurements and everything. And good thing I did, because everything was wonky.
It's also a reminder that whips are welcome.
Yes. I said so.
I'm sorry, it's wonky. What was wonky about it?
The math. Because math is hard.
What blanket are you doing?
It's a wheat trademark stitch blanket. That's going to be a flag that I told Amy to do for me and just give me the specs. And she did. But somehow things went amok.
Yeah, Joan got really chipper when Tree said she cast on a blanket. Amy says she's the wonky. So, yes, our knit along, crochet along.
73 puffs. So I did a whole row, and then I'm like, okay, let me count and see where I'm at, make sure I'm at the right amount. And I get count. I get to 73, and there's still, I'm at 97. What? I message Amy, and I'm like, I did something wrong. I got 97 puffs. Oh. And she's like, wait a minute, let me go look. So
She did say you trusted her to math.
I know. Well, I figured everybody does math better than me. But we don't know if it's the pattern itself or if we don't know. So it's fine.
It could be nothing other than the fact that you're both reading. It's the same thing, but you're both reading it differently.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. I've been searching for patterns for red, white, and blue. I have a skein of Sentimental Journey. I can't wait to knit. Well,
Yay.
I got my yarn for mine. I'm still going to do my blanket with Chicken Ladies, but I don't think I want to be doing one in June and July because it's hot. So I'm going to do this Andrea Mallory Honey Petals. You can see it's one main color and then thin stripes of the other color. And I got my yarn. This is my main color. And these are my other two colors. So it's mostly blue with a little thin red and white stripes.
Nice.
So I'm very happy. It's the Malabrigo Sursuro, which is the silk linen thing. Which I wanted to try, and my daughter offered to help me purchase yarn if I made one for her later on. So, and that's the same, it's not the same brand that Andrea Mallory uses in it, but it's the same kind of yarn. So, and then where'd my buttons go? Oh, that was the other thing that happened, Therese. I couldn't find my buttons, so I thought maybe I never ordered them. But then I did. I did, but I had put them in my bag.
Where they belong? Yeah.
Where they belong, and I never, do that kind of thing because that would make sense.
So is that Mal's starting June 1st?
June 1st
to July 4th.
But whips are allowed because
clearly. You make
something. I was afraid to cast that. I was with the day I thought about casting that on, but with the day I'm having, I thought I better not.
Yeah, no, you probably stab yourself with a needle or something.
Okay. I don't know if you can see my little buttons, but they're little stars inside of circles.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah. They're a little big for what she called for, but I always like to go a little bigger on the buttons because
they don't pop out of the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes buttonholes stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my project for our knit along in my Forbidden Fiber bag.
Yay.
And then I worked a little bit on my cardigan, but you can't tell, and I'm pulling it out because I don't like it.
Oh,
I just want to hold 2 strands together. It's really thin fingering, and it's just a pain to work with. So I want to hold like 2 strands together, make it a little thicker, and redo it.
Can I do
Maybe
an
like a mohair.
informal? Can I do an informal poll?
sure.
Sure.
Okay. This is the last row before the edging. So here's the blanket,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking this color for the edging, the dark blue.
Hold the whole thing up. Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't matter what color you use, but the blue, dark blue is fine.
Thank you. Does anybody else have a different opinion?
Oh, Amy said it was her lack of reading and math skills, Therese. No, whose phone
Are you good at science at least? Like, what? No, it's fine. It's fine. Because hers looks great.
97.
Her blanket looks great. So, you know,
97 is a big difference from
then 73.
73.
That's why I was like freaking out.
I'm working on my daughter's blanket. That's as far as I got.
Oh, pretty.
Because as part of my messed up day, for some reason, I guess I didn't pull out the yarn all the way through the top on the gray stripe because I noticed it was unraveling. So I had to go back and reknit it and bind it off again, part of it. So that was not fun. As part of my day that went to the store, got home, opened the trunk, and the one glass jar that of ingredients I had in my trunk rolled out and landed on my driveway and broke. So that was the start of my day. So I had to go back to the store. When we went back to the store, my daughter was driving. She went to turn the key. The key fob broke.
Are you
So-
guys hearing a beeping?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I thought it was me.
I don't have anything turned on my tablet, so this
I
is the
don't
only
either.
app open.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So it was that kind of a day. Then the key fob broke, and then this unraveled, and I had a plate flying out of the cabinet when I opened it, get a plate out, knock stuff off the counter, and just at that point I decided I was done for the day. And I wasn't touching the stove. I was going to go outside and podcast, but then I figured I'd either get stung or something. And it's too windy anyway. We got
A
30 mile
meteor
an hour
comes
gusts.
down and hits you.
So yeah, that's the last thing I needed. So yes, it's been a day. So I'm hoping after this it'll be a nice quiet evening with no trouble.
You deserve a quiet evening.
Thank you. It would be nice. My daughter's not laughing at me because she was involved in half of the things that happened. So she's just sympathetic, which is nice. And then Saturday, I'm going to the convention again that I went to last year that I never got into because I tripped and fell and messed my hand and my face up.
I thought you weren't going.
So, well, I'm going, but my daughter has a friend who's working there. So he's just going to meet us at the front door and hand us our passes. So we don't
He's
have to
gonna-
walk around in the line
They're
to get
gonna
in.
bubble wrap you.
No, he's just going to meet us at the door and just give us the passes so we don't have to go around the building to get the lanyards with the passes. So that's where I tripped, was going up the sidewalk
Mhm.
because people were walking so fast and I'm short and I was rushing to try to keep up with the line and I
Girlfriend.
missed stepping up on the sidewalk and tripped and fell.
My
At least a
poor
couple people
husband-
stopped to help.
My poor husband, whose legs are only a little bit longer than mine, has a terrible time keeping up with me. And I said, well, I'm so used to trying to walk fast for all the tall people I've known in my life, you know,
Yep.
because with me walking with somebody tall, it's like a Chihuahua walking with a Great Dane.
My
That
husband's
comment
6'2".
keeps talking about you.
My husband's 6'2". He's a foot taller than me, and
Mm-hmm.
he and my children both have long legs. So yeah, walking with him was always running to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So this year I'm planning not to fall and trip or do anything. So
Good plan.
Good thing it wasn't today.
yeah, that's what Riley said earlier. She's like, this could be happening Saturday, Mom. Be grateful. So I don't know mostly anime, but she enjoys it, and I like looking at the artwork and stuff. So.
Yeah, the blankets that I work on this summer are probably going to be squares to be put together later.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Yeah.
know if you heard how loud my air conditioner was, but it's warm.
Yeah, we're at about 9, supposed to be 88 to 90 today, but then cool back off to the low 80s.
Let me see. Let me see what my temperature is. It's 76, but I mean, I do have a blanket sitting in my lap, so.
Yeah. Yeah, squares are better. That's why I hope to have that blanket done
Mm-hmm,
in the parameters of the make along because
mm-hmm.
humidity, no.
God love you. At least I don't have that.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah.
have a blanket on my lap when it's swamp.
You know, I'll be honest with you. There have been times when I have worked on blankets on tables in front of me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just to keep it off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
At
I'm
least
wearing
when
right now.
At least when knitting the strips, I can keep the main part of the blanket off of me and just have this part
Mhm.
I'm doing.
Yep.
Yeah. Summer blankets are not fun.
Well, my biggest problem with blankets is keeping Pirate off of them. I've never had a dog that loved blankets as much as him.
Oh, geez. Texas Sheep Lady said it was 44 in the morning yesterday.
Oh, this morning it was 30 something here. Yep. And then tomorrow it's going to be like 77 or something.
This
Spring is
year,
weird.
okay, am I the only one that thinks that Mother Nature is off her meds?
Yes.
She's having hot flashes.
Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't be at 100 before
No.
the end of May, not in March, for goodness sake. Or April. That was ridiculous. Oh,
Yep.
I gotta remember where I'm on. Okay.
Yeah. I got a double stripe here.
Oh, did I tell you guys about Pirate's limp?
Yeah, did you figure out what it was?
No, but I think it's fake because he can run around the backyard like a crazy dog, and then he comes in, he's limping. I'm like,
He
I don't
wants
know
attention.
that I buy this, huh?
He wants attention.
Yes, you know, because poor thing, he never gets any attention. All he gets is attention.
They learn early.
He's my baby. We've had him almost 3 years.
Wow.
3 years next month.
Wow, he's a big boy.
He'll be 5. When we have no idea what their birthdays are, whenever we adopt them becomes their birthday.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
What's my rat doing?
now what's our topic today? Spring is here mostly.
Mostly?
Exactly.
Well, the mostly was for Therese.
Not
because it's not
today.
quite spring. Not today.
Today.
What's your temperature today, Therese?
Right now it's 42.
Oh my gosh.
At least it was sunny though.
I dream of 42.
No. Not after the winter we had. Enough's enough.
That's true. You guys have
Ugh.
you have suffered.
The one podcaster I follow who's in Alaska, she crochets and knits. Her family has a resort there. It's the coldest winter they've had in a long time. Like they are just still in the teens.
Ugh.
They had so many days in the 30 below, 20 below. It's crazy.
Did you see what Amy said?
No, I can't see the chat.
She said
I'm
pirates
trying to make an insurance claim.
Oh my goodness.
My youngest daughter lives in Vermont, and there's snow on the ground there now.
Oh God, love
It
her.
snowed. Mm-hmm.
I have
Crazy.
never lived above the Mason-Dixon line.
I have. It's a different world. From the south, anyway.
Oh,
It's 82 in South Dakota. Wow.
wow.
That's early.
I'll get that tomorrow. I'll get something like it tomorrow.
So whatever they get, you get the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm cool with that because I got gardening stuff to do.
Awesome.
Now that you're legally allowed to garden.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to garden before?
Well, in COVID.
Oh.
They weren't allowed to buy seeds. It was illegal to buy seeds.
Because, you know, a respiratory virus is affected by your growing stuff.
I saw a thing, an excerpt from a book about that, and claims that Biden wanted Big Gretch to be his VP, but he picked Kamala because of BLM.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work out for him?
Yeah.
Just saying.
You do not want Gretchen Whitmer anywhere near you.
Nobody wants Gretchen Whitmer anywhere near them.
So I got flower beds to dig up and stuff to transplant. Stuff to do.
Yeah. Let's see. What is our weather going to be like tomorrow? What? Today's 88. Tomorrow 86, then down to 74. Where it will stay between 70 and 80 for the next week. So at least it's not getting hotter than 88 for a while.
Let's see
At
what
least-
ours is going to be for the rest of the week. Although ours is just lies. They put it in here and then it changes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Supposed to be rainy and 65 on Saturday.
Oh, please don't say the R word.
Yeah.
I don't need any more of that.
I live in Southern California. There's a song about it.
It never rains there.
It don't rain much, that's for sure.
We get enough of it. I don't need any more. My
No.
yard's
Saturday's-
finally drying.
Saturday's supposed to be 78. We're supposed to get rain on Friday, though. I will believe it when I feel it.
Yeah. We're such nuts that when it rains out here, we go to the window and sit and watch.
We go outside in it because it's so rare. We're in the mostly sunny and hot, possible danger of dehydration and heat stroke while doing strenuous activities.
Yeah.
Temperature.
Let's see. Ours is wind gust up to 17 miles an hour.
Ooh,
Woo.
no.
What is our wind right now?
The other day I looked at our thermometer thing that we have, and it said humidity 0%.
Oh. Oh. I like that.
Ours are 28.9 mile per hour gusts
Yeah.
and 16 mile per hour regular.
Oh, wait.
Yes. Living in a valley. Yeah, Oregon gets all the rain.
Well, where I live, my particular town, it's so funny. We've seen it happen so many times where the rain just kind of goes around us.
That
And-
happens here.
Huh?
That happens here too.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm a Southern Louisiana girl. I have webbed feet. I need some rain.
I'll send some of mine your way.
Okay, you do that.
I'm hoping my lawn dries out soon because it was flooded. Everybody's lawn's flooded here.
Well, I guess the Great Lakes went down so many feet, and then Mother Nature decided to fix that this spring for you.
Yep. Well, it always happens when it rains here. There's no drainage here. So, is what it is.
So, Joan, what are
Yes,
you going to
ma'am.
work on when you're done with the baby blanket?
Um,
'Cause you said you
well,
want to knit something.
yeah, I'm gonna work on. I have a Christmas sock that I had started, and I want to work on that. And then my husband told me he sided with Tina and said that I need to do this on my blanket, my memory blanket, so that I can use the machine again, because apparently they really like when I get a yarn ball from the machine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, it's fun because you don't know what you're going to get.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just goofy.
It's your unique thing.
It is my unique. I try very hard to be unique. Or as my husband used to say, unique.
Unicue.
There are not many people who have 20 some blankets going at the same time, so I think you got it covered. But I don't even like having 26 projects.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, I will confess to being a bit stressed out about all the ones I have. Because it's not only knit and crochet projects that I have cross stitch projects and plastic canvas, and I need to clean this room. Oh Lord, do I need to clean this room?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I mean, I need to do sewing. I have to make Amy's bags, and it's like I can't even get to my sewing machine right now. I need to have a whirling dervish come through and just clean up for me.
Yes. I need an assistant.
Exactly. Want to keep your craft room clean and weave in all your ends.
And do the dishes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I just meant general crafting, but you know, if they're doing the dishes, you have more time to craft. So that's always a good thing.
Right.
Knitting Red said that, is it Queen?
I think it's Ching.
Ching fibers.
That's how I've heard people call it Ching fibers, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
So they must be doing something with the plastic balls with the machine too.
Yeah. They did a sampler pack of minis, and I don't remember, it was maybe 9 minis. And it was something like 77 pounds or something, some ridiculous amount. So I don't know. I will not be purchasing it.
No. Mm-mm. But I don't know. I'm just goofy that way. I liked, instead of I want to put this color here and this color there. Let it roll.
Yeah. That's always fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I'm like the opposite. I want to plan out all the colors.
I normally plan everything, so it's fun to see people who can actually just random.
The memory blanket's pretty much the only thing I'm random with. And the 10 stitch blanket, that's just whatever scraps I have available.
Mm-hmm.
have one Advent from like 3 years ago that I haven't used yet. I mean, I have a lot of other yarn, but just Advent yarns, and it's all semi-solid, so it's nice because the colors in each color family fade. I just haven't figured out what to use. I was going to make that Helen Stewart blanket, but then I decided I didn't want to, and then so I haven't figured out what to do. But I don't have I don't have as many of the Advents as Shauna. Shauna is a little crazy on the Advents.
I have 12 Advents to be worked up. 12.
Whoa.
That might be more than Shauna, actually.
So I'm just sitting here looking at all of them.
What you gonna do with them?
I am making them into my this blanket.
Oh, okay.
This is my Advent blanket, and
The northeasterly.
yeah, every row is a new Advent. Every column.
Did you do that per the pattern?
The northeasterly,
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to ask you that the other day when you showed it on your show. So I was like, oh, let me ask her, and I forgot.
Yep, I did it per the pattern. One thing I will tell you, and maybe it's just the way I do it, but I have a terrible time with this last stitch getting loose and just going all the way down.
Oh.
So when I put it away for whenever, I'm going to work on it next, I make sure to put a stitch marker through at least 2 stitches.
Okay.
Keep it from coming loose. Because, sometimes I might say discouraging words when that happens.
Not you, Joan.
Oh, yes.
I missed it. What happened?
Yeah, well, I don't know how mine unraveled because I was positive I'd pulled the end through.
Yeah,
when I finished the strip, but I'm like, I noticed the end, the end yarn at the end that you leave in to weave in the tail. I'm like, why is that longer than it was a little while ago?
Yeah, so I have to be really conscious of that because it's happened more than a few times.
When I crochet, I almost always leave one of the stitch markers through the loop when I put it down because I've had too many times with crochet coming out. So,
well, I mean, yeah, I don't like that either, but crochet is a whole lot easier to pick up.
Yeah.
Than having to find which loop went to where. I've had to tink back so many rows because I couldn't figure out where the stitch was that went next in the column.
That's not good.
No. Nope. Okay.
I have not done that one. Thought about it though.
I'm thinking
the northeasterly.
Yeah, it's just weird to me because she joins on the opposite side.
On the wrong side, yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't know if that would throw me off. I guess you get used to it after so many.
Yeah. Well, it's like you do something on the first end of the right side and you do something in the middle, and then you do something on the left end of the right side, and then you turn it around and you only do the end. And that's as much as I can say without giving the pattern away.
I kind of get I get what you mean though. Just I don't want to start anything like that when all the other blankets that I'm currently have are all joining on the right side.
Oh, gee, you have more than one?
I have two.
Definitely not more.
Yeah, not 26, just 2. I just can't show the other one right now because it's in an awkward position. I think my back wants to complain today too. Everything's complaining today. It's really not fun.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, we went to see our Medicare person today to figure out what we're going to be doing. And as I'm there looking at something, I realize I have a doctor's appointment today.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, God. So I told I text my boss, I was like, sorry, I'm not going to be back as soon as I thought it was. So
They're just lucky to have you right now, so they should be fine with that.
I'm just losing it. Well, I'm trying to start training my replacement, but finding time is proving difficult. So,
Well, then they'll just have to figure things out when you're gone.
oh, did I tell you what they did to me?
I don't know.
my last few weeks, I had every intention of twiddling my thumbs and eating bonbons. And they hit me with a big project.
Oh,
They're changing the computer system, and I'm the one that knows the most about the computer system, so I have to help set them up. And I was like, no, that's not fair. It was bonbon time. I was like, why can't you do this in August?
When you're gone.
Yes. So sorry about that. Sorry about that whining, but
no, it's
No,
fine.
that's perfectly all right.
When's your last day?
July 2nd.
Right before the end of our knit along.
Yep.
72 days, 23 hours, 41 minutes. Not that I'm
Count down the hours, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of worried about the insurance side of things, but it's like I don't care. I'm still leaving. So
Think of all the crafting time you'll have.
Yep.
We will see. My husband has a list of chores for me.
Oh,
I know. But he's doing all the chores right now, so I can't complain. So I figure if we split them, we'll get done halfway through the day, and then we can relax in the afternoon. So how's your sports ball doing, Elise? Elise.
I think she combined our names, Therese.
Yeah.
Not as well as you would hope.
Yeah.
Same. Could be the Mets though, so
That's true. Not the Mets.
They're 0-11. Since they hugged the new mayor and his wife of New York City, they've jinxed them. Sucks to be them.
Well, the Angels are trying very hard to suck me back in. I'm resisting.
Well, they are your team.
Yeah. Yes, but they do this thing where at the beginning of the year they're like, "Look, we're going to be competitive," and I know better. I know they're not. They're just trying to suck me in.
I'm just grateful that our hockey team is actually the top of their division, because at least one of the teams we have here is good.
Mm-hmm.
But we are supposed to have the A's at some point, though they haven't built the stadium yet. Because there's a lot of controversy over that, because people don't want to pay for it.
No.
And then they're building another big stadium outside of town that's supposed to be for hockey and baseball and and WNBA and fighting and all this stuff. I'm like, we don't need another hockey team. We already have one hockey team. We don't need another hockey team. We don't really need an NBA team, but I guess we're getting one.
WNBA team.
Well,
we have a WNBA team, but we don't need an NBA team. I told my husband, what do we need that for? It's not like Oakland has any more teams to give us, so we should just stop. 'Cause,
Well, the A's are number 2 in their division.
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens when they move here because that probably won't last. Because,
Welcome to my world. We had an owner that bought our team and took them from being a World Series champion team to what they are now.
well,
Not that I'm
owners have a lot to account for.
Yep.
I'll just put it that way.
Yep.
Owners in lots of sports have screwed mightily.
Well, he has, because people have asked him, why don't you take in investors? And he said, no, I want to own the team by myself. Thanks. So I'm boycotting going to the game because I don't want to give him any more money.
It's understandable. I won't actually see my team in person unless they play the Raiders again.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if we would go.
Who's your team?
The Giants. And my son and I went and saw them the end of December when they played the Raiders here. And it was fun. It was a fun day. We had a good time, but it was pricey.
I actually watched the game, and so I would rather be at home watching it on TV where you can actually see it.
And you can see
normally
replay.
Normally it was that, but it was just a special thing for us because he was moving the next week. And the draft is starting. 750,000 people in Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's like one of the big conventions here. It's crazy.
Pittsburgh is not that big.
No, they're closing the schools to online for Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, it's not big enough.
I'm just wondering why they picked Pittsburgh of all places. Because do they even have a convention center big enough for?
They're doing it outside.
Oh, okay.
Right by the river. I mean, it's a good location where they're doing it, but I don't know. I guess the one street that goes to it, like they cut down all the trees. Like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
For one weekend, you're going to cut down all the trees that are line the street.
We do have the advantage of being set up for stuff like that here, though, where it doesn't affect like normal stuff. But we had WrestleMania here over the weekend, and I guess they did very well. So,
good.
Who knows? I've never been into the WWE.
I was years ago,
and
then I was like, okay, this is dumb.
Thank you.
I grew out of it. I mean, I never thought it was real, but it was entertaining because I watched like when The Rock was on and, that kind of thing.
I had customers when I worked at the bank in New Jersey who swore up and down that it was 100% authentically real. You couldn't convince them otherwise. And they followed him around from city to city. And we're just like, really?
Yeesh.
They totally swore it was real, that it was not scripted and orchestrated, and it's like, wow, kind of worry about you people. I mean, if you want to believe that because it makes you happy, I guess it's kind of harmless. But try Xiaogu quads. I have a pair of Chicken Lady, but I have not used them yet. But Nimble Needle says don't buy them, so I don't know. The quads. I haven't watched his video. It just popped up and said, don't buy these.
Oh.
But I'd already ordered a pair to try them.
Mm.
So I don't know if they're any good. They're the square Xiaogu.
Oh.
I want to know what's happening with the signature. It's like they taunted us, and now you can't find any information about them anywhere.
Well, Well, they did say it would be a while before they were available.
Mhm.
I'm wondering how expensive they'll be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've never used a Signature, so I don't know how different they are from Xiaogu.
I used a Signature DPN and they were amazing. I loved them. But I also have a what do you call them?
Circular?
Thank you. I also couldn't think of the name. Really bad. I also have a circular, and the needle part of it's great, but the cable is not good.
Well, maybe they'll use Xiaogu cables then.
That would be the best thing ever.
I'm just wondering because I know Signatures were really expensive, especially at the end there. They were really expensive. So I don't know how much. I mean, the Xiaogu Fortes aren't any more expensive than the regular ones. And I like them better than the regular ones because they have the carbon fiber body. But I don't know. I've known people who've had Signatures who swore by them, but I've never tried one.
One thing I will say is the stilettos will cut you. They will draw blood.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, that's not good.
Well, it's nice when you're doing like lace knitting.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's amazing because, boy, you can pick up those stitches, no problem.
No news on the product will be rolled out, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the Brick House ones because I like the fact that the tip of the needle is very long. And it's really good for cables because you can get it in and stuff. I like theirs, but they won't have any available until May.
Yeah. And
I only have one pair of circular, and I have their version of Flexi Flips with the little cable in between. But I use them like DPNs because the needle itself is shorter. But we'll see what happens. I know a lot of people online are happy about Signature coming back, so I don't know.
I'd rather spend that money on yarn.
Oh, bummer. I like the Brick House. They're not great for every project. Like, I don't know how they would work with like mohair or something like that but when I've used them, I've enjoyed them. But I tend to like the square needles better. Like the Knit Picks square ones. I do like a pointer tip though. So Therese, what are you doing besides what are you going to do when you finish those socks?
Cast on another pair of socks. I like to have one pair going for when I don't have to think about stuff.
I've been missing my sock knitting.
Well, you're almost done. You can get back to it in just a minute. So you finish that.
I got to do this and one more round and it's done. So expect to see a picture of it done tonight.
Yay. Just don't do it around Pirate because he'll feel like he has to lay on it.
That dog. When I was doing my Christmas blanket, I was trying to take pictures of it and he would just go lay on it like, need me to pose?
What you should do is like when he's on the ground, just throw it over the top of him and take the picture that way.
He's fine with that. He loves being covered by a blanket. It's like, dog, you live in Southern California. He's also the same dog that goes out and sits in the sun and then comes in panting. I'm like, hello.
Lynn says he'll bury that blanket in one of his holes.
He might.
Yeah, Lynn, let me know if your wholesale with Brickhouse comes soon, because I would be interested.
Yeah.
I would like getting a couple more sizes.
We all want to buy.
Unlike I can't make everything with a size 4 or a size 6 4-point-millimeter. Unlike Jones Crocheting, which is
I knew. Size G 4.0. But then I found out there were other size Gs.
Mm-hmm. I showed you that the other week. I had a G,
Yep.
and it was not.
no.
It's not a 4.0.
Nope. It's 4.5.
Isn't that a 7?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
then H is 5, right?
5, yeah.
I don't know.
And
They always have to be weird.
my other one that I'm using is an I. So that's a 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Like
blanket
I-
size hook.
Well, this one is this is a 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Bigger
today
stitches goes faster.
I don't know what happened, but I had a 5.5 needle in this blanket. And I went to move the blanket and the needle fell out and I still can't find it. It's like it just disappeared.
Oh,
Well, now that you're using another one and you're almost done, when you're complete, the original needle hook will pop up and say, "Here I am. Don't you know?" Because that's how they work.
Yeah.
So. All right. You guys got anything else you need to talk about?
no.
Remember to ask your millionaire friends to build us new craft store.
They don't even have to call it Joann's. They can call it something else.
You can call it Jim Bob's. You can call it,
Yeah.
Anything you want. We're good.
Yeah. Last time I
Dummy
was in
shop
Michael's, they
here.
had
you
they
know.
had a really poor selection. Last time I was in Hobby Lobby, they only had 1.5 aisles.
That's what
And
we
it
have.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
That's-
very disappointing.
What we need is a store that has 1/3 yarn, 1/3 fabric, and 1/3 what we need to work with those things,
Mm-hmm.
like zippers and thread and
Buttons
hooks
and sewing machine feet and scissors and
Mhm.
ribbons.
That is
and-
cool. That is cool, Lynn. She said it doesn't look like Brickhouse offers wholesale. However, 1% of the profits will be donated to K9s for Warriors. Awesome.
Oh, that's good.
K95. K9s for awesome. That would be cool.
I got
And
a
a,
pair-
yeah, and a spot to knit for a bit. That's true. They should have a
Oh.
seating area
Yeah, that would be
at the new
cool.
store.
Okay, who do we know, people? Come on,
Oh, no.
hit up your rich friends.
Can't we form some kind of weird committee and convince George Soros to fund it? He funds everything else.
Bill Gates.
We'll just tell him it's subversive, and you know. I see Zuckerberg's gonna fire 10% of the people who work at Meta.
Yeah.
So that must be well for him.
Yeah, they just said that there's going to be like thousands laid off.
Yep. Well, yeah, AI is going to take all their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because I keep seeing like on Pinterest and other places knitting and crochet patterns, and so many more are AI photos that the pattern's not real.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not even making an effort to make the photo look like an actual crocheted or knit item,
No.
like the stitches. And it's really frustrating. Like,
Yeah.
come on, people, put a modicum of effort in to make it at least look like knit or crochet,
Yeah.
So I don't know. They can't beat a reality.
No.
So. All right. You guys good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't have
Tracy's
a lot
got a
of
game to watch.
to talk about.
No, when you got a game.
Let me see how my game is going. See if they're
Okay.
losing yet.
My team is 13-9, which they're not the worst.
Oh, looks like I get a night off from crying.
Mine are ahead in the American League East. They're actually leading. What the heck? When did that happen? Who'd have thunk it?
I've been so happy because oh no, they come on at 6:30 tonight. They start losing at 6:30. That's how my husband and I used to say it. Would be like, what time did the Angels lose tonight?
Yeah.
Sorry for any Angel fans out there. I feel you.
Hey, at least your team's staying where they are, unlike so many of the teams that are football teams who are moving.
Right.
Well, you know, there was a big thing here when they changed the name to the Los Angeles Angels. Los Angeles wasn't happy about it, and we weren't happy about it either.
Well, it's going to be interesting when they have the Indiana Bears.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be moving.
Really?
Well, if
Chicago is
if
moving.
Illinois/Chicago wasn't such a shit state/city.
You know, it's funny. They're going to open the Obama Library a couple months, and it's going to be $30 to get in.
Oh.
And you have to show your ID.
Oh, but not to vote. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, that thing. I'd be afraid to go in there. It's hideous.
I know. It's like somebody said, "Oh, what's the ugliest building we can possibly make?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they have volunteers working it, not paid employees, volunteers.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they're not going to pay anybody.
Yeah, Los Angeles means angels, but
right.
Yeah, but they physically are in Anaheim.
Yeah. Nimble Needle says the squares will work with a swivel adapter. I have the swivel cable that has the adapter, the silver ChalGoo cables that have the swivel thing. So I'll have to try that. I haven't opened them up yet, though. Thank you, though, Kat.
Does everybody want a update?
Sure.
Yes. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
And we expect Joan to be working on the camping blanket next week.
Yes. Yes.
So you guys all take care. Have a good week and keep your knitting, crocheting, cross stitching. Pick out what you want to do for our project and our MAL in June through 4th of July. Get your patriotic colors. And if you're not from America, feel free to get the colors for your country because, you know,
that's what it is. It's being proud of your country.
I saw a man, sovereign citizen, explaining to the judge he wanted to fire his lawyer because his lawyer wouldn't file his certificate of live birth. And the judge was like, why would he need to file that? So you know I'm a living person. And he's like, I'm pretty sure you're a living person because I'm talking to you.
Well, I can see that you have a pulse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. But he wanted to fire and the judge is like, the lawyer doesn't need to file that. And he's like, he's an American, but not a citizen. And he follows some constitution, but not our constitution.
I think their big thing is maritime law. They want to use maritime law. And it's like, we're not on the water.
Yeah, maritime and corporate law, which have nothing to do with anything, especially criminal cases. So I just thought it was funny. So we will see you guys next week.
Yep.
And I hope you guys have a better day and better evening than I had all day.
Hopefully the weather will be good.
Yes.
Hopefully the weather will be good. Hopefully Treese gets no more rain for a while.
Yeah.
Go
and
relax
it warms up.
And have a better day tomorrow, Liz.
I plan to. Thank you.
Better day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.